What's up, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited for today's video. For those of you who do not know me, well, probably none of you know me because this is my first YouTube channel. I'm sorry, my first YouTube video ever. And I'm so excited. So, we're going to get straight into the video, okay? So, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be telling you guys the testimony of how the Lord supernaturally moved me from Florida to Dallas in a span of 2 weeks. Okay. I went from sleeping in my aunt's garage for months. I mean, I was going through a season of straight hell in 2025. Okay, y'all. Oh my gosh. Talk about being refined. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hold you. 2025 was probably the worst year of my life, from the Lord leading me to quit my job, to betrayal, to family trauma, to taking care of my sick aunt, to sleeping in the garage, to anxiety attacks that I've never experienced before. Like, 2025 took me for a loop. I never went through anything like that. I never cried the way that I cried last year, but stay tuned because we finna get into it. So, let's fast forward to November of 2024. So, November 2024, the Lord led me to quit my 9 to 5. I was working as a medical assistant in the medical field. I was burnt out, y'all. Like, I was going into work every single day, crying my eyes out. I'll never forget, like, every single morning that I would go into work, I would go to swipe my badge and I would literally pray to God, like, Lord, I can't keep doing this. Like, I felt depleted. I felt burnt out. I felt stagnant. I felt like I had no purpose in what I was doing. I felt like it was just a constant routine, like, of doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and still being broke. Like, I felt like I was a slave. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with working a 9 to 5, but it just wasn't fulfilling to me. So I remember praying about it for like almost 2 years. It was about a year and a half to almost 2 years. And I really didn't want to make any moves without God because, like, He's just head over my life. You know what I mean? And I wanted to do what He wanted me to do. So it was something that I was just praying and praying and praying about. So fast forward to November of 2024, y'all. I started a Daniel's fast. I didn't start the Daniel's fast for my job. I just started it for clarity and just to like get back close to him because I felt like I had fell off. All I was doing was working and I couldn't really hear his voice like I wanted to hear it. So I went on the Daniel's fast November 2024. And y'all, that Daniel's fast changed my life. Like, literally changed my life. And so the first day of the Daniel's fast, I remember going into work. I had just started a new job, which I wasn't even supposed to go to that job. Like, keep that in mind. I had quit my job and working in dermatology for 6 years. I think it was like 5, 6 years. Went to the urgent care, and the Lord didn't even tell me to do that, which is why I didn't want to make any more moves without Him. But that's another story for another day. So I was about 3 months into the urgent care, started the Daniel's fast. First day of the Daniel's fast, I went into work, right? Getting ready to swipe my badge, talking to the Lord like I normally do. Like, Lord, I can't keep doing this. Like, I can't keep doing this. At this point, like, I'm almost in tears. Like, I'm burnt out. Like, the environment that I was working in was just very draining. Like, it was crazy. But I remember the first day of the fast, I go to clock in and I hear him so clearly as I'm swiping my badge. I'm talking to him. He goes, quit. And I'm like, did I just hear? What, was it you? You know, at that time, like, I'm kind of like, questioning if that was him or not. You know what I mean? So I kind of ignored it, went on about my day. And second day of the fast come. It was a Tuesday. I started the Daniel's fast on a Monday, right? Went to start clean. Went to start the it was the month of November, and it started on a Monday. And I wanted to start that week fresh. So second day of the Daniel's fast, it was a Tuesday, and something transpired at my job that never happened to me before, but was a confirmation to me that this was the Lord telling me, yes, it's me, quit this job. And I remember going home feeling so distraught that that happened. Like, it was absolutely crazy. Nothing like that happened to me before, but I remember going home and just crying my eyes out. I mean, I was crying all the way home. I had to stop and get gas. I was sitting at the gas pump, just crying my eyes out. Like, Lord, what was that? Like, I don't even want to go to work tomorrow. Like, I'm embarrassed. Like, why did this just happen to me? This never happened to me before. Like, I was just distraught, right? But it was also confirmation to me. So I go home that night and I'm just like, I just go to sleep because I'm just exhausted from the day. I don't really know what to do. It was a lot going on. So I remember just going to sleep. I woke up the next day and something was telling me, like, just don't go in. Like, don't go in. That was your confirmation. You don't need any more confirmations. Like, don't do it. But I went in anyways. Y'all, I end up going into work the third day of my fast, and at that time I was at and just hear me out, because all of this is leading up to how I ended up sleeping in my aunt's garage, and then how I ended up in Texas. So long story short, third day of the fast, I went into work even though I knew the Lord was telling me to quit my job. And I was a little scared. I was a little hesitant because I'm like, why would the Lord tell me to not just quit? You know what I mean? So I was second guessing myself, and I didn't just want to like not show back up. You know what I mean? I was very hesitant at that time. So I ended up going into work anyways. Should have never did that. I was at a slow clinic because we were getting assigned at different clinics, which is something that I really did not like. But we were getting assigned at different clinics. The clinic that I was assigned to was very slow. So I'm like, okay, man, I could probably handle it. My mental health isn't all the way there. I'm drained, so at least I'm at a slow clinic. Got to work, and the manager calls me like not even 20 minutes after I clock in, and she's like, hey, we had a call out. Can you go to our other location, to the Wesley Chapel location? Y'all, that if that wasn't confirmation for me, because the way that it was set up, like, it's either you're at a very, very, very slow clinic, or you're at a very, very hectic, busy, like, I'm talking about, I was working 12-hour shifts, and sometimes you won't even get a lunch break. 9 times out of 10, you're not even getting a lunch break. And I remember I used to tell them, like, I don't like being assigned at busy clinics at the last minute. Like, I need to know ahead of time so I can mentally prepare. Like, if you absolutely have to, then yes. But if you don't call me, because I don't like to, like, I'm a very structured person. Like, don't call me at the last minute, in other words. So, she ends up calling me. I was like, hell no. I'm sorry, excuse my French, but no, 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 no. I do not want to go. No, like, but it was also confirmation for me. So I remember driving there and something was telling me, Aisha, go home. Y'all, I get there and I sat in the parking lot for like a good 25 minutes. I kid you not. I called my best friend and I'm like crying my eyes out. Like, I could barely talk. And she's like, go home. Like, go home. This is confirmation for you. Like, you should not be getting treated this way. You received your confirmation yesterday. That's something that's never happened to you before. Like, it brought you out of character. Like, that was a confirmation from the Lord. Go home. So, what did I do, y'all? I prayed about it. I said, Lord, I'm sorry. Like, I know you're telling me to leave. I hate to leave this job like this, because I've always been the type of person to like put my 2 weeks in. But it was just one of those jobs. Like, I was on 3 months in, and I already knew I wasn't going to be there for long. Like, I was even telling my mom, like, I'm not going to be at this job for long. Like, this job is not for me at all. The turnaround rate was very extremely high. Everybody there was new. Like they couldn't keep people. It was very hectic, very unorganized. Like it was just one of those jobs, y'all. So I ended up leaving. I ended up leaving and I felt so relieved. I'm like, yes, I left, I obeyed. Like, it's gonna be great. Like, I get to spend all the time in the world with the Lord, get my relationship back with Him. This is like day 3 of the fast, and like I'm just ready. I'm excited. I'm feeling at peace. I went home. I took a nap, y'all. I took a nap. Like I was happy. I was at peace. Little did I know what was on the other side of me quitting that job. Y'all, long story short, I quit my job. The Lord started to really, really, really deal with me. Like He started to show me. He started to show me like the anger issues that was laying dormant in my heart. Like He started showing me stuff within my family. Like when you're on a fast, y'all, and if you want me to talk about what fasting is and all that kind of stuff, please let me know in the comments because I will go into detail. But when you're on a fast, it brings blessings, like it brings you closer to the Lord. But God is sometimes during those fasts, like if you are a baby in Christ, like God is really going to start showing you sometimes. You know what I mean? So He was just revealing a lot of things to me. And I remember like being like, oh my gosh, like where's all this stuff coming from? Like, why am I so angry? Like, I'm seeing stuff within my family that I didn't really notice before because I was too distracted with working, right? So that's when things started to like slowly be revealed to me, right? So 3 weeks later, y'all, my mom comes to me. We're sitting at the dining room table because at this time I'm living with my mom. I moved back in with my parents for a couple of months to start saving, like, you know what I mean, get back on my feet or whatever. Rent was starting to like go up. So I moved back in with them. And not even 3 weeks after me quitting my job, my mom comes to me. She's like, hey, we're ending the mortgage and we're ending it in 3 weeks. What? And I remember at that time, I honestly wasn't like, I wasn't worried about it. Like, I was like, okay, like, apparently this is happening for a reason. Anybody who knows me, like, I have a lot of faith in the Lord. Like, my faith is at an all time high. At that time, I was just like, Lord, I trust you. Like, whatever happens, happens, right? So, fast forward, um, my mom was telling me like, hey, we can go see your aunt's house and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to find like other resources or like other places to stay because I just didn't want to go and be around my family. Not anything towards them, but I knew that I was going into a season where I just needed it to be me and the Lord. And I knew that if I was to go to my family's house, to my aunt's house, it was just going to be chaotic. It was going to be a lot of distractions. I wasn't going to be able to focus on him like I wanted to focus on him. So I was trying at all costs to not go over there, y'all. Like I slept in my car. Once my mom ended at least the end of November, like things started to happen fast, y'all. Like, oh my God, things started to happen fast. So she ended the lease. I started sleeping in my car for like almost 2 months, I think it was, because I just refused. Some nights I was staying out at my friend's house, but anything to go over my aunt's house because I was going to have to share a room with my mom. The house is small. It was one small bathroom. Like I wasn't in the right mental space. Neither was my mom. She was going through menopause at that time. Bless her heart. Anybody who knows, anybody who's going through menopause or know anybody who's went through menopause, menopause is no joke. Like it has you acting very crazy. No offense to my mom. No offense to my mom. She knows. But yeah, anyways. It just wasn't a good idea for me to go over there. And I knew that in my heart. But at the same time, eventually I got tired of sleeping in my car. It was starting to get cold, and I felt like the Lord was telling me, like, just go, like, go, So I ended up, like, it was January, the beginning of January. I ended up going to my aunt's house, and that's when I'm going to say all hell broke loose. Like, God pushed me into my wilderness season once I went over there, once I got to my aunt's house. Like, I'm thinking that, the Lord was going to make a way for me to get my own place. I was like praying and praying and praying for a new place. Like, I'm like, Lord, like, I cannot do this. Like, I cannot go over my aunt's house. Like, I'm not in the right mental space. Like, I can't. I can't. But nevertheless, I ended up going over there. And y'all, listen to me. That's when the Lord started to deal with me on a lot of things. Like, He started to show me a French, like, certain stuff with a friendship, a friend of mine that I loved deeply. Like, this girl was my girl. Like, she was like a sister to me. But he started to show me some things about that friendship, and he started to show me that that friendship was about to end. And when I tell you, like, he was speaking to me, like speaking to me, showing me signs. I didn't want the friendship to end because I was such in a low place and I needed her. You know what I mean? But she was starting to show me her true colors. And fast forward to March, like between January and March, I started to have body aches. Like, I was so stressed out. I started to have body aches. Like, I was falling behind on my car payments. Like, I knew the Lord was telling me to let this friend go. I didn't want to let the friendship go. I guess you can kind of say I was kind of making it an idol. Not intentionally, but it was just like I couldn't really count on my family to be there like I wanted them to be there. And I needed her. She was really the only person in my corner at that time. But the Lord was like, no, she's about to go. And I'm gonna show you why. So he started sending me dreams. And I also had two dreams prior to our friendship ending, like 2 years ago, like 2 years prior to our friendship ending. I had two dreams about this particular person, and it always stuck with me. And I even have a voice memo in my phone, but I'm gonna make another video about that, y'all. I'm gonna make another video because that that's a testimony within itself. Long story short, like, I was refusing to let the friendship go. My body started hurting me. Like, I'm talking about body aches for like almost 3 months. And I ended up ending the friendship in March. Like, it was like God had me in a chokehold. Like, let the friendship go. And as soon as I ended the friendship in March, my body aches went away. Like, I woke up, I remember that night I was crying to the Lord because it wasn't just that friendship, but it was other things that I was dealing with. But I remember just being like, that night, I remember being like, I did it, Lord. I woke up the next morning and my body aches were gone. Like, I didn't have any more body aches. And I was like, that was like a spiritual attack. Like, that was like a spiritual thing. You know what I mean? Like, that was nothing but the Lord. So that happened. And then I started to fall behind on my car payments. Like, I was doing DoorDash. Oh, my insurance expired. I didn't know my insurance had expired. My tag was expired as well because I didn't have any money, y'all. Like, I was doing DoorDash, but DoorDash has slowed down. God was telling me to stop doing DoorDash because I was like on go, 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 trying to do everything I could to stay out of the house because the house was just very chaotic. It was too many people in that house, and like me and my mom was like bumping heads really bad. Like, oh my gosh, it was so freaking much going on. Okay, I'm so sorry, y'all. My storage was full, so I had to delete some videos. And as soon as the video cut off, my light went off too. So let me tell you, when you be obedient to the Lord, you're going to receive so much opposition. Like, I was receiving so much like warfare prior to me recording this video, and I just knew. I was like, this testimony is gonna bless somebody because ain't no way, ain't no way. But okay, so where did I leave off at? Hopefully it doesn't cut off again. But so yeah, my insurance was expired, my registration was expired. Like, but I was still, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, I was still, I knew my registration. I mean, I knew my tag was expired. But I was still riding around. I was still doing DoorDash, even though I knew the Lord was telling me to like fall back from doing that because He's like, I need to reveal some things to you. I need to talk to you. Like, but I can't get through to you if you always busy. But I wasn't trying to hear y'all. Like, I just didn't want to be in that house. I didn't want to have to ask people for money because I've never been that type of person. Like nobody likes to having to ask other people for money, right? And but I knew in my heart the Lord was telling me like you're not working right now. Like no, because every single time like I would get to a point where I would feel so weary, I would go try to look for a job, but then something in my heart would tell me no, that's not it. Like I would have a lump in my throat. Like it was just too much opposition. Like it was like no, this is not for you right now. So fast forward to July, I made the decision to get rid of my car. So I did a voluntary repossession. I called my bank. I was already almost 3 months behind. Like I just kept falling behind. I'll find the money for like a month, but then uh, I'll fall behind again. It'll be like 90 days. Like it was just a lot. So I called them, filled out the paperwork for me to do a voluntary repossession, and I had them come and get the car. And when I did, I felt so at peace. Like I was praying to God. Like I was like, Lord, just give me peace if you're gonna have me sit in this house. Like, and He did. He did, y'all. Like I had a peace that surpassed all understanding. I had a peace that didn't make any sense at the time with all the stuff that I was going through. But that's when the Lord started to reveal so much to me that I did not see before because I was working so much and I was so distracted by like my friends and like working overtime, and I was working two jobs, and I was always going out and just like keeping myself distracted. And He just revealed so much to me. I'm talking about I would spend hours in my word. I started to go for an hour walk in the morning just to get out the house and get some fresh air. And those walks like completely changed my life. Like I was really, really, really hearing from the Lord. He was showing me things. He started to reveal to me that He was going to be moving me. He started talking to me about marriage. There was stuff within my family. He started to reveal to me that like it was like patterns within my family that just was not healthy at all. And I was even picking up on those patterns like unconsciously, like picking up on patterns that I didn't know was unhealthy. But if God would have never revealed it to me, and once I got married, it would have affected my marriage. Like it was just so much. And it also made me feel good because that was kind of confirmation to me that the Lord, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, yes, I'm not supposed to be working right now. And it took me a long time to accept that because I was just used to working. You know what I mean? Even my family member, well, even some of my family members was giving me a hard time. Like, girl, you not working? Like, you know what I mean? Like they wasn't used to like being obedient and trusting the Lord. Like that's very foreign to them. Like control is a big thing within my family. Like you're gonna work, 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 work your butt off. That's normal. If you're not working, you're lazy. You know what I mean? But my light keeps going off. I might just have to keep it off. But so months pass. I'm getting all of these signs that like I'm moving to Texas. Like I'm talking about license plate after license plate after license plate after license plate. I'm talking about I will hear a podcast and they'll talk about Texas. Like I will meet people randomly and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm from Texas." Like it was just the craziest signs that God was showing me that He was leading me to Texas. And I'm like, how am I about to go to Texas? Like I seen no way out of my situation, y'all. Like I didn't have a car, my bank account ended up closing. I had two charged off credit cards. Like I couldn't pay my credit cards, so um so I didn't see any way out. And I remember like I would have moments throughout my day where I would just be bawling my eyes out. Like 2025, I cried oceans, like ocean, like I cried so much every single day. I think like 90% of 2025, I was crying. Little did I know I was being refined. And if for anybody in that season, like my heart truly does go out to you because like it was tough. Even though my relationship with the Lord like grew closer, like I was able to really, really hear from Him. It was so freaking tough. And then I was taking care of my aunt. She is currently battling stage 4 breast cancer. So I was taking care of my aunt, and she was starting to decline. She ended up having a brain tumor. She ended up losing feeling in her arms, her hands, her legs. Eventually, she couldn't walk. Eventually, she couldn't even get to the restroom. So we eventually had to like basically take care of her at home. It was like an at home hospice where it was just me and my mom at first, and then my grandma had to come down, and she was just like very angry all the time, and being I felt like I was walking on eggshells in the house, which led me to sleeping in the garage because I could have easily slept on the couch, but it was just too much traffic. Like, it was too many people in the house. I would have never been able to sleep. And anybody who know me, baby, I love my sleep. Like, I have to have my sleep. If I don't have my sleep, I'm a mad woman. Like, I have to have my sleep. So I just made it do what it do. And my mom bought like a little pull out mattress. And go watch my reel because I'm going to post a reel. Like, just follow me, you guys, because I have so many testimonies. I'm telling you, like, I'm going to be showing you guys like everything, all the behind the scenes. But I would take the mattress out to the garage, and I would just like, there was a little couch in the garage as well, and I would put the mattress right next to the car and in between the couch, and that's where I was sleeping at, even when it was cold outside. Like, I refused to be in that house because I just felt like I was walking on eggshells. It was a lot of stuff within my family that's like normalized in other families that the Lord was trying to show me that that's not normal. Like, it's survival mode, it's fight or flight, it's a spirit of frustration. Like you know, when you work a lot, and even I was like this at one point. Like, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like, it wasn't just my family members. I was like this at one point where I would be so like in fight or flight in survival mode that I would like take my frustrations out on other people, even though I would try not to. I would kind of like isolate myself. But my family members, like my grandmother and my mama, and like, they didn't mean to intentionally, but and I noticed this not even within them, but with other people too. When you working so much, like, you come home just frustrated, and I just couldn't be around all that. I was not in the right headspace at all. So that led me to sleeping in my aunt's garage, which I did for like 5 months, I think it was. And the Lord was still showing me, like, all 2025, He was showing me, like, you're moving to Texas. You're moving to Texas. Don't worry about it. You're moving. And I'll be questioning Him, like, how am I moving? Like, I will be so frustrated with the Lord. I remember, like, I would get so angry with Him because I'm like, you're showing me all these signs. Like, are you teasing me? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're making me mad. Like, why do you keep showing me these signs? But nothing is happening. Right. So, so fast forward, y'all. Let me tell you how the Lord works. Oh my gosh. I ended up going to Texas for a Friendsgiving that my cousin invited me to, right? And I'm thinking at that time, this was in November, I'm thinking at that time, like, okay, this is my breakthrough. This is it. I'm moving. Like, something supernaturally is going to happen when I go. I'm so excited. I went to Texas in November. Nothing happened. I ended up going to a church that I love, and I was really, really excited about. Like, that was the highlight of the trip, but nothing happened. I remember coming back feeling so frustrated. Like, at this point, I just let it go. I'm like, whatever. Like, Lord, I give it over to you. I kind of surrendered the thought of me moving, and I found peace within it. Like, I wasn't making it an idol anymore. Fast forward to like 2 weeks later, maybe 3 weeks later, December the 6th, right? I'm out doing DoorDash because I was doing DoorDash every once in a while. My mom would let me use her car on Thursdays. And so, just to like make a few dollars, to be able to get some groceries, put in the house or whatever for myself. So, fast forward to December the 6th, I'll never forget the day. My cousin calls me, and randomly, and she's like, "Hey, my husband and I are moving. We're moving into a 2 bedroom, brand new, condo. And we still have our other place, and the lease isn't up until February, and it's paid up. You want to move in? And I'm like, look, is this you? Like, I was like speechless on the phone. I could barely say anything. I said, girl, I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm gonna have to call you back. I got off the phone with her and I'm like praying. Like I was in disbelief. And I'm just like thanking the Lord. I'm like, Lord, is this really you? Like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't have a car. Like, I have so many questions, so many emotions. And eventually I called her back and I'm like, girl, yes. Even though I didn't know how I was going to get there, I said, yes, I'm coming. I don't know, but I'm going to leave that up to the Lord. This is my exit. Like, this is what the Lord was promising me. Like, this is it. So fast forward, I talked to my mom about it and she's like kind of like okay, like I could tell she was kind of like as any parent would be. And so I'm like, I just need to do DoorDash. I need to make a couple of dollars and so I can buy my plane ticket. I'll figure out the rest. Like I promise I'll figure out the rest. I just need to use your car just for a couple of days. So she's like, I got things to do. So I kind of felt like bad and I'm like kind of like, what am I going to do? But then like a couple of days later, she's like, go ahead, use my car. So I ended up making exactly what I needed to buy my plane ticket to go to Dallas, right? And so I'm looking at the dates, like trying to figure out what date I should book the ticket for. Like I'm trying to find the cheapest date. The cheapest day that I find was on Christmas Day. It was like $98. Y'all, I had $113, I think it was. And thank God it was through American Airlines. So a carry on bag was already included compared to like Frontier and Spirit. You have to pay for a carry on in a check bag. But I was able to pay $98. I still had some money left over. And then a couple of days later, I did DoorDash again and ended up buying my, I ended up buying my plane ticket for exactly 98. And then long story short, bought my plane ticket. It only cost $98 and I had exactly what I needed. Carry on was included. All I needed to do was pay for a check bag. So my mom let me use her car again. Thank you, mom. And so I was able to purchase my carry on. So I came to Dallas, right? I ended up getting rid of all of my clothes. Like I had bags of clothes in my aunt's garage that I couldn't bring with me because I had to like literally compact everything um down to two suitcases, a carry-on and a check bag. And then I got rid of everything else. I ended up giving my clothes to my sister and leaving like just a little bit of other stuff there or whatever. But I remember within those 2 weeks span, because I literally like had to figure things out within 2 weeks. So I remember within those 2 weeks, everything was just going so fast. I kind of felt some guilt for leaving my aunt and my grandmother there. But it was just so much going on, you guys. Like I remember feeling guilt, but also feeling excitement. Like it was just all these emotions, and I'm just like thanking God. Like I'm like, Lord, you are a man of your word. Like I am so sorry for ever doubting you. Like you were literally showing me. I remember praying, y'all. I remember praying, and I was like a couple of months prior to my cousin calling me. I remember praying, and I was like, okay, Lord. Like I was seeing all these license plates. I lived in Tampa at that time, but I was seeing Texas, Dallas plates. And I remember telling like a few people, I was like, I told my cousin, I'm like, I feel like I'm already in Texas. Like I feel like I'm here physically in Florida, but my spirit is already in Texas. And so I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, if it's meant for me to move to Dallas, like please confirm it. Like I want to see three Texas license plate back to back, like right back to back. Y'all, the next day I seen three Texas plates as I was driving back to back. Like I looked to my left, looked to my right, looked straight ahead, and I seen three Texas license plate. And the third one that I seen had a red bow on it. And I'm like, this is a picture. I'm like, Like, okay, okay, that was definitely confirmation for me. So, amongst other confirmations, y'all, like it was just so clear to me. He was speaking to me through anything. He was making it clear to me, like, this is me. Just trust me, right? So, yeah. Fast forward, like the week comes for me to move. I'm feeling all these emotions. Like the Lord was really putting it on my heart to like record my journey. So I was already recording videos here and there of me sleeping in the garage, but he ended up moving me. He ended up coming through for me. And I cannot explain how grateful and how just I'm just filled with gratitude. I'm so grateful for the experience, even though it was extremely, extremely hard. Now that I'm looking back on it, I see why it was necessary. And he was even telling me, like, I'm gonna move you supernaturally, like you're gonna have everything that you need. Y'all, I didn't have this bed that you guys see, this desk that's right here. I have a dining room table. Like I had pretty much everything that I needed. Like I didn't have to purchase anything coming here, and he told me this, like the Lord was telling me the things that was to come prior to it happening. And I remember just questioning him, like, how is it going to happen? And it happened. Like I'm here, I'm at peace. Like I have a job interview. I had a job interview. I'm waiting for a call back to see if I got the job. Even though I don't want to go back to working, I feel like the job is just going to be a bridge for me to get to wherever it is that the Lord has for me. But so far, it's been a week and a half. Today's January 3rd, and it's been about a week and a half. And I'm close to everything that I need, y'all. Like, I just walked to Walmart yesterday. It's like a 17-minute walk. And that's why the Lord was putting it on my heart to do my walks before, like just to prepare me. Like it's so crazy to me looking back, like everything that the Lord was speaking to me to do. And that's why it's so important to be obedient, even when it doesn't make sense. Like he was telling me to start taking hour walks in the morning. And I'm like, okay. But I did. And my mental health, like, became so much better. I started to hear him clearly. I started to feel better in my body. And now it's like I'm walking, but everything that I need is right here, like Target, TJ Maxx, Sprout, um, Walmart, like everything that I need is in walking distance. And I'm just super duper duper grateful. Like I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like I still don't have a bank account. um it's some stuff that he's still working out behind the scenes, but the peace that I have here surpasses all of that. Like it surpasses all of that. My faith is at an all-time another level now. It's like 10 times higher than it was before. I've always had a lot of faith, but now it's just like my relationship with the Lord grew tremendously. And even though it was some things He had me do, some 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 situations that I was put in that didn't make sense, it makes sense now. Like it all prepared me to where I'm at now. And I cannot wait to share with you guys my other testimonies because it's so much. Like it's so freaking much. But if the Lord is telling you to do something, if he's telling you to quit your job, if he's telling you to move, if he's telling you to like stop eating certain foods or whatever the case may be, I'm telling you guys it's for a purpose. It all serves a purpose. Obedience brings favor. Okay, just remember that. Like we serve a really good God. Like he's never going to lead us wrong. He's never going to steer us in the wrong direction. He's never going to tell us to do something just to do it for no reason. It all serves a purpose, okay? Remember that. Obedience is better than sacrifice. He will make a way for you. I don't know what's in Texas, like what's going on with Texas. You guys probably heard like everybody is moving to Texas right now. And I just feel like this is a city where the Lord is really, well, this is a place where the Lord is really pouring out his spirit. Like there's so many like Christian based communities and people and churches. um around here that I don't know. It's just crazy to me. I really do feel like the Lord is moving in Texas, of course in other places as well, but from what I know, definitely Texas. Um, and I'm just grateful. I'm super duper duper grateful. I cannot wait to see what's to come. Um, and yeah, so that's my testimony. Thank you guys. If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. I really, really hope this blessed you in some type of way, whether it fed your faith, whether it was a confirmation for you, whatever the case may be. Like, this is your confirmation. If it spoke to you in some type of way, I'm telling you guys, listen to my testimony. Like, nothing happens by coincidence. Nothing. Nothing. I remember thinking, like, is this a coincidence? Like, am I listening to this for a coincidence? Like, no. Mm-mm. The Lord is speaking to you, okay? Um, so yeah, I cannot wait to see what 2026 brings. Um, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be sharing more testimonies with you guys that you do not want to miss out on. Okay, so best wishes to each and every one of you, and I'll see you in my next video.